Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Shingeki no Bahamut, Virgin Soul on episode 11, or you can call it Rage of Bahamut, Virgin Soul on episode 11. Now, this episode right here looks pretty simple, not too bad, and it looks like to me things are about to get really hectic from here on out. We have to it that Jean and Nina start to make their escape, but it looks like to me the woman guard is already noticing, and we have to it that L, or the Golden Child, I call it, or Muguro-chan, however you want to call the child, is finally formed up to full-on godhood and said that I shall lead the gods to victory and get my mother back. And therefore, we have to it that Nina and John are still continuing their escape route, while Rita, she's going inside, trying to get into the dungeon, and does her rescue mission to save Nina, possibly Jean, along with Kaiser and Favreau, so who knows, but I'm pretty sure she's going to rescue everyone, but we'll have to see. We also see to it that when Jean and Nina are on the way to escape, Jean is actually scared of spiders to my surprise, but who knows. And we see to it that Rita herself, after going through so much trouble and almost gotten killed, we have to it that she uses her umbrella and sees a device that King Sharios is possibly using. And we see to it that the demons are killing each other, and while one demon rises, he's been given the appointment to become the demon army captain or commander of the demon division. And we see to it that the gods ends up showing up and tells King Sharios that we want you to return the stolen property from our holy temples, and we want you to release Jean d'Arc. You hear me? That is our request. And King Sharios, unfazed and not afraid of the gods, tells him off you want it? Come get it yourself by force. While other humans are despising them, etc., we have to it that Sophia managed to reflect a bunch of arrows back at the humans that try to kill them, while she says, okay, we'll do what you say, we'll take you on by force. And we see to it that that the woman, whatever, the leader, the one that's a subordinate to Sophia, we have to it that she tells Elle, you see what the humans have become because of King Sharios? We need your power and correct all of mankind to make it stable again. And therefore Elle, or the Golden Child, or I'll call him Elle now because his powers are already revealed and Elle is an easy name. He says that I shall correct humanity's path and save my mother. That's my duty. And we see to it that some of the citizens in town are really upset to see what King Sharios has done, especially stealing relics or powers from the holy temples and imprisoning Jean, and they go into a freaking revolt right now, but they get overpowered eventually. We have to it that Nina decides to distract the guards and take them head on with her hand-to-hand combat. While Jean was trying to escape through the elevator came down and King Sharios ends up showing up, which was really bad timing, and that did not look so good. I was like, oh boy, this is not good. And we have to it that King Sharios is giving Jean another opportunity. He gives her one more chance by saying, pledge your loyalty to me and convince the gods and your child not to commit war. And I can guarantee you, they will not die and your child will not have to die. That I could say right now. And if they attack, I'll crush them without mercy. That's my will. And they will likely involve your child in this war. You do understand that, right? This is your final chance, and I'm giving you this opportunity, and don't throw this away right now. Although we have to it that Jean goes why are you asking me now after everything you've done to me? And King Sharios says there are those who are still follow the gods, but if you pledge your loyalty to me, the delusions will end. And guess what? Neither the gods nor your son will have to die, and no needless blood have to be spilled. And she goes how do I guarantee that you'll keep your promise? And King Sharios tells back, there are a number of lives that can be saved by your choice. As for Nina, she gets really upset at King Sharios and says, what? Gets really upset at King Sharios, sorry for repeating myself, and tells him to back off of Jean, etc. And Sharios therefore reveals his identity to her by saying, "Would you have another dance with me?" And therefore Nina was heartbroken and realized that the man she's been in love with and had a dance with was actually King Sharios himself, and it was Chris. So eventually this was going to be revealed sooner or later, and Nina looked like she was heartbroken, and I expected it to happen that way because she did not know that Chris and Sharios are one and the same person. And we have to it that Jean gives Sharios her answer and says, "I'm not going to betray the gods, neither the people who believe in me. I'm not going to do that." And King Sharios says, "Fine, then I have no choice. You could spend the rest of your life in your cell as your child and your precious gods go into the slaughter mode." And we have to it that after the credits, we have a post-credit scene where Rita shows up and sees Nina and gets excited to get her out of there. And next episode is called The Great Escape. So looks like to me this is going to be one crazy. The next episode is going to be really crazy, and I look forward to it. I also forgot to mention that Nina revealed her secret to Jean that she could turn into a dragon or something. It's like for example, seeing Kaiser will make a heartbeat and transform. Though, like, they couldn't do that in this episode. Forgot to mention that. Sorry for being disorganized. So overall, like I said, this was a simple episode that just Jean and Nina were trying to escape, but gets their escape route thwarted by guards and King Sharios himself, who offers Jean a chance to save her son and the god from being killed. But Jean declines his offer as usual, as she will not betray the gods or the people that believe in her. And we also see to it that, of course, the gods turn El into a full god and gets ready for battle, as King Sharios tells him to go ahead and take your stuff by force and Jean by force. See what you can do. And we also see to it that Rita is just trying to climb her way into the prison, and she managed to do it in stealth mode. So yeah, like I said, pretty simple episode, but I'm looking forward to the next episode. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Right? Peace out. Bye bye.